All right, hey again, Honors Chemistry. So now we're going to move on to question number 4 here, and we're talking about Dalton's law. That's what this equation is here for you. Okay, and so it says I have 3 gases and they're mixed in the same container. The partial pressure of CO2 is 250 millimeters of mercury, N2 is 375 millimeters of mercury, and helium is 125 millimeters of mercury. Well, it says what is the pressure of the mixture? AKA it's asking for P total. Well, P total is the sum of the individual partial pressures. So basically, P total is going to be P of CO2 plus P of N2 plus P of HE, which equals 250 millimeters of mercury plus 375 millimeters of mercury plus 125 millimeters of mercury, and my answer ends up being 750 millimeters of mercury. Okay, and then the question goes on to asking about percentages by moles. Well, it wasn't really explicitly covered in class, but what it really is asking for is I could relate pressure to the number of particles. So if I really want to do this question, I could do partial pressure of the gas over the total pressure in the mixture. That's going to be equal to what I'll call my mole fraction. And this actually, you may see this in the future somewhere, not in our class, but they usually have mole fraction as like this weird letter X that is chi, and it'll be P of A over P total. Okay, so I'm just going to do one of them and you could do the other. So let's say I wanted to do the percentage for CO2. It would be partial pressure of CO2, which is 250 millimeters of mercury. And I would just put it over the total pressure, which will be 750 millimeters of mercury. And it's okay if you just keep it like that. 25 over 75 is basically a third, right? So 25 over 75, both divided by 25. So basically it's about 1/3. Okay? All right, so I'm going to end my video with question number 4 here. I'm not going to do a video on number 5, but it requires a bit of a calculation with percentage and then knowing that the standard pressure in millimeters of mercury is 760 millimeters of mercury. So you're going to do something with this percentage and multiply it times 760 millimeters of mercury for each gas. Okay? Alrighty, hopefully this video was quick and helpful for you to do Dalton's law type of calculations if I have a mixture of gases.